Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are going to really do a quick what is coaching webinar tonight. One, because I've had calls since 8 o'clock. And two, truth be told, I was celebrating our coaches earlier for hitting Premier, which is a really big thing in their business. And I accidentally had a few too many glasses of wine, and they were all making fun of me for that earlier. So we're going to breeze right through everything we need to chat about today. But what I'm going to have my girls that are coaches on this call is I want them to put in the chat why they thought that they couldn't be a coach. So we're going to address some of that. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story while those are coming in. So my name is April. I've been a coach for, oh my gosh, it'll be 8 years in April 11th. I think that's so insane to me. That's the longest I've ever been at any job ever. And I absolutely love it. I still have a fire in my belly every day to make big goals happen, which is so cool. So I got started when I was only using Instagram. I literally would log into my Instagram only to do giveaways because I got my master's in clinical exercise physiology, but that doesn't make a lot of money. And my husband was a restaurant manager and worked crazy hours. And I just really wanted to be able to have a family one day, but him working 65 plus hours a week, me having 3 jobs and barely still being able to pay our bills. We were regular members of the Insufficient Fund Club where I'd be like, ooh, that I overdrew my bank account and they charged me $35. I have to call the bank to get that $35 back. Like this was me at least once a month. And so I found my coach on Instagram because I wanted free things. So I did giveaways and she was doing a Shakeology giveaway and I didn't win that Shakeology giveaway, but I did see her next post that said, are you sick of your job? Are you feeling unfulfilled, underpaid, underappreciated? And I just said yes to all of the above because that was where I was. So, I had a boss that snapped her fingers at me, talked to me like I was a dog. And it was so frustrating because she made more money than me, had less experience. And I, was always like, had a chip on my shoulder because I have my master's in this and you just have your bachelor's, which was a me thing and that was therapy that was needed. But, it was just something that I just felt so constantly reminded that I should be doing more in life. So I said, what the heck? I put it on a credit card and I paid $180 for one workout. I bought Body Combat, who we do not work with Les Mills anymore. So you don't have access to that one, but you do get not just a DVD of one program in Shakeology, you get the entire access of our entire streaming library, which I remember when Beachbody On Demand came out, we were pissed. Like regular coaches, we were so mad that we were getting rid of our DVDs because how were we ever going to make any money anymore? And it's so funny how things have changed and how great of, Beachbody On Demand is, how awesome it is that somebody can get everything, a trainer in their living room, plus a meal plan, plus a, a superfood shake for a Target trip. Like it's insane to me. So, I got started putting it on the credit card, $80,000 in debt. And I remember my first month, I made $400. And now Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of success. I really did just I worked a lot because it was fun. And my first time I made $50, I was like, oh, okay. And then I had a couple friends bring their friends because I said, hey, who do you know that wants to work out with you? And they brought their friends and I hit Success Club. I don't remember what, I'll have to go back and look, but I helped probably at least 10 people that month or 8 people. I don't know. I can't do math. But I'll have to go back and look. But it was so cool for me being like, I can't pay my bills. Because I remember when I signed up, my account was negative the next day because my student loans came out. And I was like, $400 a month. That is what my student loans are. Like, I can pay that with this side hustle. Okay, let's go. And that was all it took for me to think, because I'm very financially, I call it financial anxiety because I grew up without money. So it is so exciting to pay off debt. It is so not cool, to stress over it. So, that was something that I was all in after that. So I don't want to ever attract somebody that thinks oh, okay, this is a quick buck. You do have to consistently be able to put yourself out there, to talk to new people and find new people. So basically what we do as coaches is we focus on ourselves. And Hannah, Angie, and Liz have all had awesome results from focusing on themselves. And what they do is they just invite people to do it with them. And then when we find people that do it with us and have great results, then we invite them to do exactly what we do, because it's literally like, why would you not want to share this with somebody you love? Like, how good do you feel? And that's honestly what it comes down to, is just you wanting to love yourself a little more, being consistent, falling in love with something that's so simple, but you had no idea what meal plan to follow or what to do at the gym, or, so you weren't seeing results. So honestly, it's just finding something that you love and you're passionate about, and then talking to other people. And I like to think of this as like, if you went to a restaurant and the atmosphere was awesome, the decorations were sweet, the food was delicious, and the service was bomb, would you not be like, girl, I went to so-and-so downtown and that was so good, we have to go back, come with me? That is the same exact thing. Girl, I have been doing this workout from home and I'm down 10 pounds and I freaking love it. And I get to check in with people, and this fun little group is so positive. Do you want to do it with me? There is no difference. People aren't like, ooh, what are you getting in return? Are you out to sell me? No, I just want to eat good food at this restaurant. That's why I'm inviting you. And so that's really all it is. So let's look at the chat so that I can find what the girls that said their hang up was. Just one reason. I thought it was a scam. I thought it wasn't fit enough to coach others. I thought I didn't have a big enough social media following. Okay, so I had 200 followers when I started on Instagram as well. So I definitely thought the same thing. But we, as coaches in our entire network, they teach you basically how to just like make new friends. And if you want to learn how to make new friends, you're doing that right now mostly on social media, because we're not out and about meeting people face to face, especially right now. So it's just really teaching you how to connect with people. And it's like, people are like, how do I find new people? It's like, well, what do you do when you like are at the when you talk to somebody that you don't know at a barbecue? Like, you just have genuine conversation. And so that's what it is. It's like figuring out who your tribe is and just having genuine conversation, because who doesn't need somebody else positive in their life? I thought it was a scam. And so like people hear network marketing and they think like pyramid scheme. And I'm like, if you could just like Google that and see what that is, like that's literally illegal. And Beachbody has been around 20 plus years with an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. So a lot of people will say that just because it's something that somebody else has told them. But it's definitely not a scam. I've been a coach for 8 years. It's blessed my life so much. It is something that you do have to do the work. It's not hard work, but it is hard because you don't have a boss like, hey bro, you need to do this by Tuesday at 10 or you're fired. Like, you're never going to get that. You are your own boss. So I would say that that's the hardest part, is just like, you need to be self-motivated, and our team is here to support you though. So you do have to be excited and ready to do the work, but we have so many trainings. We have so many things that we're going to support you and help you along the way. I thought I wasn't fit enough to coach others. And a lot of people think this too. But the thing is like, honestly, I feel like the best coaches are those that are in the trenches, like showing up and working for the same results too. Because honestly, if I had a coach that was like, hey, oh yeah? Robot Adley is here. But yeah, if I had a coach that was like, oh, I don't like carbs and I work out 3 hours a day, I would fire that coach, because that doesn't sound fun to me whatsoever. So being real and being on your own journey is so important. All right, let me see what else is in there. Didn't think I had enough time to put something else on my plate. And I totally feel that too. I had 3 jobs when I started. So the night before, I would write down like 10 people I wanted to talk to during my lunch break. And then I would listen to personal development on the drive to work. And then at lunch, those 10 people that I wrote would be where I was having conversations. And then on the way home, I was either listening to some type of training or talking to a potential coach, client, or current client or coach, like helping them on their journey. So you really like just have to be consistent with making your schedule. Like, you can't just like fly by the seat of your pants. Like, sit down the night before and figure out where you're going to find 30 minutes here or 30 minutes there. I have a lot of coaches that build it in, 30 minutes to an hour a day. And then they start to fall in love with it and they want to find more time. So they're like, yeah, I I guess I don't need to watch The Bachelor, or yes, I guess I don't need to watch this. And that's where they find more time. But in the beginning, honestly, 30 minutes to an hour, and even if you need to break it up, is definitely sufficient. So Hannah said, I was always concerned that people wouldn't want advice from someone bigger. And my sister is also somebody that joined as a coach and then lost 100 pounds. So I totally understand that. And that is, just something that is more of a self-confidence thing. But somebody else that looked at you and said, okay, we have about the same amount of weight to lose. And look at her, she's doing this thing. If she can do this, I can. So I think that a lot of times it's more so, if anything, it's just inspiring that, like, look at Hannah, she is my size. And if she's doing it, why can't I? And so I think that that's what you need to remind yourself, is that it's not about your destination. It's about the journey, and it's about them seeing the change in you. And the best thing that you can do as a coach is put you, yourself, and I number one, so that you are seeing results and you are falling in love with yourself and you are finding that self-love. And that light is just going to shine so brightly, and they're going to see that and want to be a part of it. Baby, hold on. Okay. Mental results, not just about physical, more confident. Yeah. And the thing is too, about why I love so much with coaching, is that part of our job is doing personal development, is doing something that's going to help you grow internally. And a lot of coaches are like, I don't need personal development, I'm good. And then, a couple months later down the road, they're like, okay, I do. My coach was right all along. I should have listened to her. It's kind of like your mom telling you to clean your room. And then you start doing it and you're like, wow, this is great. I love personal development. So anytime anybody's in a funk, I'm like, when's the last time you've done personal development? And they're like, well, I haven't really this week. Well, there's your answer, because that is what fills my cup. Professional development has been the best thing to help my confidence a lot. Yeah. I would love to hear too, what like your favorite personal development is. I love Girl Wash Your Face and Girl Stop Apologizing from Rachel Hollis. I also love, what is that? Something about your inner mean girl. She has this Australian accent. Master Your Inner Mean Girl, I think is what it is. You're a Badass, Jen Sincero. That's really good too. Yeah, but I have my challengers really just focus on personal development for them in the beginning. And then as you're growing a business, work on business development. But the best thing is just, find something that really speaks to you. Yeah. And even if you're, so Hannah said, I love Rachel Hollis podcast. I'm not a big reader. Unf Yourself. Oh my gosh, that book will like change my life. So good. Bonus Audible accent. Yes, he has this great Irish accent. I also love Mel Robbins' Take Control of Your Life. I think that's only available on Audible, and it's so good. She like interviews people on it, and I'm like, oh, that's me. And then the next person she interviews, I'm like, oh, that's me. It's a lot about anxiety and like mental health struggles. The Confidence Podcast. Okay, cool. So I really quickly want to talk about what we do as coaching and as coaches. And then honestly, just tell you, like, if you have a smidge of interest in doing it, like just do it, because the cool thing about this business is at the very least, it's $160 to start, or even $130 if you already have your Beachbody on demand. Let's say $160 to start. The bad news is it's only $160 to start. So it's like, you need to treat it like a business if it's something that you're really excited about. Because it's like, if you would go and invest $100,000 to like start a new gym or start a new business or something, like, you're going to show up, you're going to do your stuff because you have loans to pay back, right? Like, you have invested your life into this business. So you're going to do whatever you need to do to make it happen, versus for $60. So if it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's totally fine. We're going to love you if you just want to do this for a discount, or if you want to grow a business. And that's what it is so cool, is that our team accepts you exactly where you are, but we have all the tools and the support if you do want to build something big. So, really what we do is we have the training. So you would sign up to be a coach. You would do the new coach training. You would go through that. We have team calls every week. Our company does a training call every week. And then your mentor does a one-on-one with you for the first month. And then as you are showing up and doing the things, I offer mentorship. So anybody in my downline, once they've hit Success Club, like I'm going to reach out to them and I'm going to do one-on-ones with them. So our team culture is really great in that there are so many different leaders that are going to be able to be there for you to help you succeed. And we really, truly do want everybody to succeed in our team. My sister's one of our diamond coaches, our star diamond coaches, and I'll be like, hey, I feel like you'll really connect with so-and-so. Will you reach out with her and do a one-on-one? I'll tell her you'll be reaching out. She already follows you. She loves you. And so like that phone call or that Zoom call isn't going to benefit her whatsoever. That person probably isn't even in their downline to benefit them, but that's just the team culture of our team, is that we're all here to help you. So I think honestly, it comes down to like, if you love the results and you love your challenge group, coaching is like that on like 10x. Like you get more connection, you get more chances to really see and connect and feel this community, and it's positive. And I feel like who doesn't need more of that? On top of that, you get an option to make a little money, whether it's you want to be able to get your nails done, or you want to be able to buy a pair of boots for yourself, or maybe it's something that you do want to quit your job and you want to build a really big business and provide for your family abundantly. There are so many different ways that you can build a business. Excuse me. Jill. She's like my 4-year-old right now, rolling her eyes at me. That's what you get when you breed a mini version of yourself. So yeah, I think the best thing is just know that you have literally, there's no downside of starting. You're not signing your life away. If you ever decide it's not for you, you quit. But we're such a good-hearted, genuine group of people that we would love to have you. And if you have any interest whatsoever in continuing your Beachbody journey, you're going to come across people that are going to be like, oh, okay, Leah, I see you. What have you been doing? Like, talk to me, because whatever you're doing, I want to be a part of. And so you help a friend out, you make $50, like, okay, I can do that. And so when you think about it exactly as inviting people to just join you for a restaurant you really loved, or, then it becomes a lot more like, why wouldn't I? Like, if I was struggling and my coworker was hearing all this, having all those results, I would hope that she would say, hey, you want to do this with me? I've been having a lot of fun, and it's a great group of women that have been doing it too. It's been pretty awesome. So, that's about it. We teach you how to work your social media. We teach you how to find new people to talk to. And then you're just a good human and you continue to work on yourself. So that's about it. We make 25 to 40% commission on everything as you build a team. You also get paid based off of what they are selling, purchasing, and growing their team. So it's really cool to be able to see like that duplication happen. Yes.
Loving.
So I'm going to stop the recording.